Hey everybody, welcome back. This is my second tutorial on using this little piece of foam in the pocket so that you can easily add something to a pocket. In the last one I did printable vinyl, and if that's not your cup of tea or your cup of coffee, hang on, that's some hot coffee. If that's not your cup of coffee or your cup of tea, this time I'm going to use, I think I'll use the flock on this one. So join me over at Cricut Design Space and see what I've come up with that I'm going to put on here. Okay, here we are now back in Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to show you how I did this. Okay, so maybe you don't want yours to say Browns. Maybe you want yours to say your favorite Super Bowl team, something like that. I'm just going to do the Browns again just because I've already done it, and hopefully I'll be able to go through it with no problem. So the first thing that I did was I came over here to images, and I typed football up in here, and I scrolled down till I found a football that I liked. At first I was putting helmets in here and some of these fellows, you know, that were playing football, because I thought any one of those could work out great. The one that I came to was this one right here, American football. Okay, and in the Born in the USA cartridge. So that's the one I got. So I inserted it. Okay, the next thing that I did was I wanted to change this so that I would have two layers. If you look over here on the layers panel where it's selected, there's just one layer. So what I did was I did the same thing we've been doing for the knockout. Watch. What I did was I duplicated this. Okay. And then I took this one and I came up here, and rather than it being a cut file, I changed it to a print. And then what I did was I came up here to make it, and notice it comes up here as the print and cut, and I'm going to pretend like I'm continuing, like I'm going to send it to the printer, and bleed must be on. So that's when I come to this image and I right click on it and I say save picture as. So what I saved it as before was football, and I'll make this one football 2 just so I can show you. It saves it automatically as a PNG file. So I'm going to cancel this because I don't really want to print it, and I'm going to cancel this, and yes, I do want to cancel. So I'm back to this now, and now what I can do is I'm going to go to upload an image. I'm going to browse for football 2, and there it is right here. Say open. All right, there's football 2. I'm going to continue as a complex image, and I'm going to say continue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the white stuff around the outside edge and here, and anything in here, here, and here. And I'm going to go continue. And now I want to save this as a cut image, not as a print then cut. Notice this one is selected right now. I don't want that one selected. When I click over here on the one on the right, it will have the green line around it, meaning it's selected. So there you go. And then I'm going to go to save. Okay, here it is here. I'm going to click on it to select it and come over here to insert images. And it comes in, and it comes in very small, so I can make it larger. Now I can just get rid of this one right here. I no longer need it. Okay, So if you look up here in my example, what I did was I changed this one to orange because that's the color of the browns. And the reason why I did this one was because it was going to be on a black t-shirt. If I left it as black and I actually cut it out of black vinyl, it wouldn't show up. So I'm going to change this one to orange. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to the back, right click on it, send to back. Then I'm going to move it behind this one and see how they match up. And actually they're matching up very nicely, so I'm quite happy with that. The only thing I'm not happy about is, do you see this box around here? I don't want that box around it, so I'm going to select the orange football, come over here to contour, click on contour, and I'm going to contour out the box around it. And so I've contoured out all of the stuff that I don't want to cut. And I am going to make my black part, let's see if that's what I've selected, just a tiny bit smaller so it will fit on the inside of the orange. And the reason why is, let me show you, if this is going to be on a black shirt, so let's change the background to black. I want that orange to show up so that we can see that football on the black shirt. So that looks pretty good to me. What I would do now is I would highlight both of these, and let me change the canvas color back to gray. So I would highlight both of these, and I would go to align and align center. Okay, just like that. Beautiful. All right, now to do the word browns. Hey, let's say we're doing the word Steelers. I want to click on that guy and turn him to the gold color. And then I can grab both of these again and go to align center. Perfect. And now I can type in the word Steelers. So for Steelers, I'm going to come to the text tool, and the font I am using, it's one of the ones that is a Cricut Access. It's called Extreme Fonts Little League. So I'm just going to make it all caps. I'm going to type in Steelers. Okay. And that looks great. And I'm going to make that text black by coming up here, and I'm going to make it black. Now again, if I have this on a black t-shirt, that's not going to show up. Watch. If I change the canvas to black, suddenly my text for Steelers is gone. So let me change it back to gray. If you click on the word Steelers and come over here to the layers panel, you'll notice that there is a layer here in this font that is crossed out. It's hidden. If I unhide that, and right now it's a black color, let me come up here to the color and change it to the gold. Look at that. Beautiful. So now all I need to do now is to get my shape tool that I start with usually, that's the size that I can make this thing. And remember, well, let's just say that my space that I want to use measures 3.25 and it's a square. So there's the square, 3 inches, 3.25 inches or 3 1/4 inches. I've got to figure out how I can make this fit in that box. So right now, whoops, I need to right click on it, send to the front, come over here, and then I can make it smaller. Okay, now if I want to, what I can do with the word Steelers is I can undo this and make it larger, taller. Just make it bold, like that. And then I can just highlight both of them, or all of it, and say align center. Whoops, not align center, y'all. I'm going to highlight all of it and say align center horizontally. All right, now I'm going to get rid of this little box, hide it, and I think I'll get rid of this. Not get rid of it, but just hide it, and hide this one. So now the next thing I need to do is this. I want my black stuff to all be welded together and my gold stuff to all be welded together. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to duplicate this. So then I have two, obviously. And I'm going to take the S, the text from, let's see which one, this one, the text from that one, and the football from that one. Hold down my shift key and get the football. And I'm going to weld. Okay, so that should be welded together. Very good. I can get rid of this. All right, so that's fine. Now this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the gold, just the gold, and then I'm going to grab the football. So hold down my shift key and grab the football. And then I'm going to say weld. So there's that welded together, and I can get rid of this. And now I can put right click, move to the front, send to the front, put this on top. And that's exactly what I want and how it will be made. Okay, now if we go to make it, you'll see that the black is welded together, and it's going to fit on a small piece of your flock that measures about 4 inches by 3 inches. And the same with your gold, about 4 inches by 3 inches. So that's all you need to have cut. So we would go to continue, select your machine, and then select your material. And what I've found that works for me by that test I had done the other day on my Explore Air is if I use just the everyday iron-on setting. Okay, I'm going to turn on my EasyPress. According to the directions that come with the flock material, I'm going to put the temperature to 320 degrees and 20 seconds. So I'm going to see what I have the temperature set at. I've already have it set at 320 degrees. You can probably see that flashing. And let me see the time. I have that set for 20, and that's exactly what I need. So I'm going to put my EasyPress over to the side and let it continue to heat up. And in the meantime, I will get my shirt prepared. I've already put the little foam that I get, and I have a link below for it, as well as the EasyPress in my affiliate links down below. But I already have that little piece of foam in here. And remember, the purpose of that is there are seams here. And if I didn't have this raised up above those seams, the seams would be the highest part of the shirt, and it would mess up the way that my things could adhere. Now the only thing is, I think I want to have this facing me so I can see better which way I'm putting it in here, or putting it on my text. So the first thing I'm going to put on is the orange part. So I think it would look really nice right about there. So I can just kind of use my fingers maybe to figure out, let's see, on this side after the lettering there's about a finger space, and the same on that side. So I'm just kind of rough telling. Okay, right now my heat press is at about 300 degrees. Now it's at 305. If you remember, the flock is a cold peel, so I'm going to have to wait till this gets cold before I peel it. So maybe 5 seconds. Okay, then I'll take this off. And then this will be ready to peel. It's a cold peel though, so I need to let it get cold before I peel this off. My hands are cold. I can probably cool it up by my hands. Okay, that may be good enough now since I'm going to do another set. Yep, that's good. All right, there's the first layer. And now I'm going to put this layer right on top, lining it up perfectly. This flock is one of the ones that you can layer on top of each other. So that's great like that. I'm not going to forget my Teflon sheet. Then bring this heat press, easy press up. I always call it a heat press because I also have a heat press, a big one. But for most of my projects, this one, the 9x9, is perfect. There is a larger heat press, of course, but I like this size. So there's that. So now, I'm going to let this cool again. And I can actually take the little pad out now. Okay. A lot of people like to go over to a window or someplace like that where it's cooler. On this side of my mat where there was no iron, or EasyPress is a little cooler, because you want to get it cooled off before you peel it, because this is a cold peel. You know, I think y'all are going to really like this. Right now there's a little bit of a line that shows up, but that goes away once the heat dissipates or is gone. Okay, that's pretty cool. Just using my cold fingers. Okay, I think I can peel it now. Okay, I think that turned out really nice, y'all. And I actually do like this look of this kind of a thing better than I do, let me zoom in for you, than I do the other one that I had done the other day. So let's see, move it this way. So that's it. That's the press with the flock. So again, thank you for joining me. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Also check out my affiliate links. If you're in the mood or ready to buy something, if you use my links, I really appreciate it, because it just gives me a few extra little cents, just a little small commission at no extra charge to you, and it just helps me to be able to keep buying the supplies that I need so I can do tutorials to show you. So again, thank you for joining me. Go Browns. Actually, I'm a Steelers fan. I was born and raised near Pittsburgh. See you guys. Bye-bye.